folks. This is Pastor Mike Hoggard, pastor of Bethel Church in Festus, Missouri, and head of prophetic research ministry with another Watchman video broadcast. Let's go back to the Bible today. Let's go to Revelation chapter 17. Somebody sent me an ad this week that it just jumped right out at me. In fact, people sent me a lot of things that were seemingly related to this ad. If you know what the Bible says, it's just amazing to me how God just sort of moves, and all of a sudden people are sending me things that just sort of match some things that I'm already seeing, some things that I'm already studying. And a lot of times it's easy to put this thing together because of what's going on in this world. So we're going to start out in Revelation chapter 17. We're going to study the harlot. We're going to contrast the harlot with the pure bride of Jesus Christ. There is a difference, and there should be a difference between the harlot church and the pure bride of Jesus Christ. We study typology. We study symbols in the Scriptures. And we see that women in the Bible of various names, various circumstances, represent a church or a religious system. They either represent a harlot church or the pure bride of Jesus Christ. And we're going to study those. We're going to see some things going on in the church right now that according to the Scriptures ought not be so. But let's look Revelation chapter 17. This is one of those key passages in the Bible that once you start here and you go to other places in the Bible, some things just make sense. Revelation 17:1, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. I actually got in trouble by somebody for using that term. It wasn't anybody in our church. They didn't like the fact that I was using the words whore and harlot in my sermon. Of course, there it is right there. There is no better way to describe the spirit that pervades, number one, this world. Number two, pervades in religious denominations and in what used to be Christian churches, and what pervades in a lot of families, especially in this country. Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. So I want you to get this idea of fornication, uncleanness, as it were, things that are adulterated. The idea that there is one husband and one wife and they are joined together by God, that is a picture of Jesus Christ. Paul said in Ephesians 5, Jesus Christ and His bride, the church. That is adulterated. The word adulterated means it's made corrupt, or it's made into a false image. So hence the commandment says, Thou shalt not commit adultery. And anything that corrupts the sacred idea of marriage and what it represents, that it represents Christ and His church. Anything that corrupts that, of course, is wrong, including fornication. And I want you to think about this. We're going to see this. We're going to see this in some churches, all right? With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. They always go hand in hand. Drunkenness, physical drunkenness goes with physical fornication and adultery. Spiritual drunkenness goes with spiritual fornication and adultery. They both go hand in hand, and Mystery Babylon represents both of those. So verse 3, so He carried me away in the Spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman. I want you to draw in your mind. God gave you a little bit of creativity here, and I want you to draw in your mind this image, okay? And then let's see if the image that you come up with matches the image that somebody sent to me. So He carried me away in the Spirit in the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written. And in your King James Bible, we count the number of words, all capital letters here. For some reason, all of this title here is all capital letters. Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and abominations of the earth. 13 words here. Because the number 13, let me explain this. And the number 13, it has, all numbers in the Bible have a dual meaning. The number 13 represents the pure love of God. You don't understand that. What is the charity chapter of the Bible? It's 1 Corinthians 13. Did you know the exact phrase, love of God, is mentioned exactly 13 times in the King James Bible? Here you have 12 disciples walking around, but who's with them? Jesus. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. So that number 13 can represent the pure love of God. And that love is always a giving love, because pure love just gives. It never takes, it just gives. Then we have the adulterated love, the harlot love, represented by the number 13. Represented by Mystery Babylon the Great. She always takes, and she has a motive or a reason why she wants to give. I want you to stop and think about a lot of the religious ideas that are in what's called churches today, a lot of the practices, a lot of the fruit that's being born in these churches, and a lot of the ideas behind some of the doctrines that are being taught, like the Word Faith movement. The Word Faith movement says you worship God so that you can get something out of it. The Word Faith movement says that you do rituals or you say the right words in order, not because you just truly love God, but because you love yourself, and that you know that, according to what they teach, that if you do all these certain things and say these certain words and perform these particular practices, then you will get something out of it. That's not love. That is not God's pure love. If you love God, you do things for God expecting nothing in return. You do it because you love God, and that's how God loves you. So you can always see the spirit of harlotry inside of it. Let's say a family, or inside of a church, or in a nation, or whatever. Is that you see what's going on, and are people doing what they're doing in order to get something in response, or to get something back. That's harlot love. So 13-word title here, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken. Okay, so think of wine and strong drink and alcohol and fornication. She's drunken with the blood of the saints. We have taught many, many times in this broadcast, in our Bible studies, and our Sunday sermons, that the spirit of this world hates the Spirit of Christ, and this drunken harlot woman, she hates the Bible, and she hates God's people. She cannot stand them. Jezebel does not like Elijah, and she wants him dead. I want you to think about that. And those who are governed and ruled by Mystery Babylon the Great, they don't, if you stand for this Bible, and you stand for the blood of Christ, and you stand for righteousness and holiness, they don't like you. And they will curse you. And I have video of a pastor that did curse you. Okay? I'm going to show you that. I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman. I like that. The word mystery is found 22 times in the King James Bible. And every time it's found, it'll tell you the mystery. Behold, Paul said in 1 Corinthians 15, Behold, I show you a mystery. He is revealing the mystery. Things that were secret in the Old Testament, now revealed in the New Testament. He says, I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her. Think about it, a woman and a beast carrying her, which hath 7 heads and 10 horns. Now, I asked you earlier to draw sort of a picture in your mind. Now, everybody has a different idea of what this looks like. Somebody sent me an advertisement, of all things now, for vodka, absolute vodka. Okay? That is strong drink. Wine and strong drink always sort of go hand in hand in the Bible. And that's what Mystery Babylon represents. She represents the spirit of drunkenness. So here it is, the advertisement that somebody sent me. We have the wine and the strong drink, vodka. We have a beast. It's actually a dragon. I mean, you get who the dragon is, don't you? He has multiple horns here. The dragon is carrying the woman who let me just stop right here. This woman, this is not how I want my wife going out in public. Okay, man, my wife doesn't dress up like this and flash her legs to everybody that walks along and looks lascivious. That's not how Christian women ought to look. And you know, the sad thing is, this is what we see. I have a friend of mine that goes to a church and he says, Mike, I'm sick and tired of the way the women in our church are dressing. He said, I'm tired of it. In church, they're dressing this way. So this is not the glorious bride of Jesus Christ sitting here on this beast, on this dragon, is it? It's a lascivious woman dressed in scarlet colors, and oh, look at the apples all over the place. Now, I know the Bible doesn't say that the forbidden fruit was an apple, but that's what the New Agers, and that's what all the people in the occult and mystery religions, that's what they teach, is what that fruit was an apple, and so on and so on. So here, I mean, I was just looking at this, and I'm going, yeah, there's Mystery Babylon the Great, and there's the beast, and he's carrying her, and she's lascivious, and she's full of fornication, and she represents a spirit of drunkenness. Boy, whoever made this advertisement either had been reading the Bible very well, or they were led by a spirit to do so. So here, this is going to represent the theme that we're going to do today concerning Mystery Babylon, concerning her nature, what it is she's all about. And the sad thing is, we see her in the church, in what used to be the Christian church, or the Christian idea, or the Christian philosophy. That she is showing up here. Now, the Bible is full of contrasts. We have Mystery Babylon here in Revelation 17. And in Revelation 19, we have the appearance of the bride. In Revelation 19, verse 7, let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to Him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come. Remember, marriage is a picture of Christ and His bride. For the marriage of the Lamb is come, and His wife hath made herself ready. And to her it was granted that she should be arrayed not in scarlet and not in all the deckings that Mystery Babylon has, but she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean, and white. Contrast cleanness with uncleanness. That's what fornication is. It is uncleanness. Clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. Now, I will stop right here and let you know that in another translation, which they're wrong, especially the NIV, it says that the fine linen is the righteous deeds of the saints. That is not correct. All of our righteousness are as, not fine linen, but they are as filthy rags in God's sight. It was granted to her that she should be arrayed in fine linen. She did not come up with this on her own. The fine linen is the righteousness of saints. It is not our own righteousness. It is the righteousness of Christ. So we have, as Paul said, we have put on Christ. He is our covering. He is our robe of white. He is our fine linen. And He is our wedding garment. He is the one who adorns us. Harlots always adorn themselves. And I want you to keep that in mind. So here we have an unclean, drunken harlot woman that is not faithful to her husband. And here we have the woman who is faithful to her husband. Her husband is faithful to her, and he has adorned her and beautified her. Read Ezekiel chapter 16 if you want a picture of this. God took Jerusalem and He adorned her. He washed her. He cut the umbilical cord off and tied it up.